Farokh is already here, and we have some really special guests. Noted.
नहीं वहाँ पे आ रहे लोग
Tonight we also celebrate Valentine's Day as
Very good evening to all of you. Fills my heart with pleasure to have so many of you who are so close to my heart today. It was almost impromptu when I spoke to Farokh, and each time he's here in India, we meet, we celebrate, we party, sometimes till 3 a.m. in the morning with the most amazing people. These guys are legends and they are such an inspiration for me. So today we have so many special people over here. The list is quite long. The youngest amongst them is my youngest friend, Dr. Rusi Sonawala at 96. So tonight is going to be about laughter, fun. What better inspiration to the world of DLC Mumbai entrepreneurs? The way these guys inspire us to work, and not just to work and make a name for yourself in your profession, but to lead a complete life. And there are so many legends sitting here. I can see Dr. Keki Turel, actor Burman Irani, whom we all are so fond of. I was waiting for a very special day, and today is that day when I've invited Burman to my house for the first time, even though we just live opposite buildings across, and we go a very long way back. So stories and people like these who've inspired my life are here. We have another cricketing legend, Mr. Dilip Venkateswar here, with his lovely wife. We have Dr. Biramji, a dear friend and a legend. Bombay Spine works with his fingers. I can go on and on. My friend Pushpinder Punya, consultant to BCCI. There is Ayaz Mem is just entered. You guys can get up, please. Let Ayaz walk. The second Burman Irani has just walked in. So TLC has made this possible to bring some of the most amazing intellectuals across together. The list just goes on and on. Bringing all of you close to my heart today, there's no better moment than today that could have been done. Farokh, the legendary cricketer, being honored by BCCI as with a Lifetime Achievement Award in 2024. Award is there. We'll show the award to everybody during your interview. Today, it's Valentine's Eve, and I thought there couldn't be a better moment than to call friends, celebrate love, innovation, relationships. And TLC is all about that, celebrations for the world of entrepreneurs across the world. So without much ado, I would leave it to our lovely MC over here to continue the session. There's a great interview that awaits. And Farokh, we all need to have your traditional signature laughter. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Hello, everyone. Sorry I'm coughing. Don't run away, I haven't got COVID. I had it, but I'm okay now. The ladies that I've kissed are still standing around. So. Always have fun, believe in fun. Sorry I can't even see friends sitting behind, but so lovely to see so many friends, so many acquaintances, Baman, Dilip, of course, come and honored me, Manali. KP, where's KP? Kumi. Is Freddy Silva here? Gotcha, Freddy. Now you're champion of Dubai. Lovely, great. So many. Lucy Sunawala, childhood friends. Sala chor pakora jata tha sathe. Dada Parsi Konima. And the one thing, can I just, sorry before you, I'm not bugging up your interview.
Not at all, sir. We're all here for you.
Jimmy and I actually stayed in the same house, same apartment. Thank God we didn't sleep on the same bed. Jimmy, I don't quite fancy you. But I mean, it's what a coincidence that is. There was no room for me in the bedroom, so I used to sleep on the balcony. And those were the days. Sunny, come on, you got your mic on now.
Firstly, getting the Lifetime Achievement Award for a Padam Shri, so many matches, the first person to play county, like a century in 46 balls. I mean, the list goes on. And I'm so excited about this evening. I'm so happy to have this honor, to be able to be the host to commemorate this occasion. So thank you, Farokh, and a big round of applause for this big Lifetime Achievement Award. So going with history and your legendary status, you're a heavy hitter and a very good opening batsman. So let's start straight with, who were the Miss Worlds in your life? Let's open with that. Since you're a good opener.
Well, let's see, Martha. Baiko is here, Baiko.
Oh my God. If I remember right, this has run you into trouble during giving some Hindi commentary, if I remember.
Yeah. Imagine asking Parsi to do Hindi commentary. I was doing a thing with Kapil Dev at Lords when it was raining, and 83 World Cup Burman, who was, So we were chatting about it, and India were about to win, and Brian Johnston, who was the lead commentator for BBC Test Match Special, he said, would Mrs. Gandhi declare a public holiday tomorrow? I said, funny you should say so. She's an avid Test Match Special listen, as if Mrs. Gandhi has a time to listen. And I said, yeah, no doubt she will declare a public holiday, if India win. We literally within 10-15 minutes we got a call through BBC headquarters onto Lord's cricket ground in the commentators box that Mrs. Gandhi has heard your comments and declared a public holiday. So I was telling Kapil that, and then Hindi mein commentary kar. I said, "Meri to phad gayi."
This is on national, no, international television.
I didn't say kya phad gayi. There is phad gayi. And Kapil going like that. Kya bola yaar? I said, what a Parsi, this is like good morning. Have a cup of tea or something. So that was the end of my Hindi commentating days. The people pulled the plug and said, the gali is bhaiya. I mean, we Parsis, no, sudara actually. Absolutely.
Also, if you could throw some light on the early days where there's a friend of yours in school who you shared a bench with.
Oh gosh.
And that made you, in a way, discover your wicket-keeping talent.
Let me take over.
So please.
Went to Don Bosco High School, Dada Parsi Colony near school. And my benchmate from kindergarten till almost 10th standard was none other than Shashi Kapoor. You heard Shashi Kapoor?
Yes.
Actor Lane, whistle marker used to come around, used to go together. And we had a French teacher called Mr. Lobo, who used to throw those heavy wooden dusters. He should have been a cover point for India because he never missed a skull. He was absolutely terrific. Anyone talking, Shashi and I gappa marte on the last bench. And suddenly from the corner of my eye, I see this duster whizzing right towards Shashi's face. I swear, that was my first slip catch I've ever taken. Inches from his face. I said, "Tala tera ko daku ka role milta tha." The duster hit you.
That is beautiful. But through your school life, and then there's a very funny incident as to why you ended up in Poddar of all the colleges. I mean, you were really faring well at the time.
Well, doing my SSC exam, naturally you're worried about the results. I was never a brilliant student. I mean, there are so many doctors and so many eminent people here tonight, that Jimmy has very kindly invited. By the way, Jimmy, thank you from the bottom of my heart that you have honored me like this. It's beyond belief. This appears to be a bigger function than the actual Life Achievement Award in Hyderabad. But anyway, thank you so much, Jimmy, and all your family. And so, where was I?
So you
Poddar College. SSC exam kiya yaar. Average student. And I was approached by this Professor Changadkar. I said, can I meet you for a coffee or something? I said, yeah. So what the professor wants to meet me for? He said, I'm responsible for cricket in Poddar College. And I want to have a good team there. I want you to come and sort of sow the seeds. We've got a good coach in V.S. Patil those days and all that. And I was wondering that I haven't even passed my SSC exams yet. You're talking about college. He said, how have you fared in your exams? I said, I'm an average student. Any subject you're worried? I said, forget any subject. If you give me your word, you'll join Poddar College, I'll make sure you pass your SSC exams. So coach, absolutely. All my friends, I'm okay boys, I know my result. As in I passed about 50% or something like that, which is nothing peons get these days, 50%. But I gave him my word and I joined Poddar College. Poddar wasn't the glamorous college those days. All the pretty girls went to Sydenham College and Xavier's College and all, Elphinstone College and all that. But kya bawa fas gaya yaar. Zaban de di thi, I gave my word, but it was a wonderful college, just down the road. And then I was telling my wife, driving here, we passed Xavier's College, Elphinstone College. These were the fancy colleges that were winning all the trophies before. And then came Ruya College, Poddar College, and Dilip Mengsa. Dilip was in Poddar, no? Absolute fantastic.
Sanjay Manjrekar.
Give Dilip Mengsa a big hand. And his lovely wife, Manali. They were my dearest friends. And I possibly wouldn't be here had not been for Dilip. because he's in the Apex Council, and I think he's, I don't think but politics is such a thing over here. They forgot Manchester rehta hai, to jana tha usko thandi mein. But thank you, Dilip, again, publicly, that I've always said it. And KP, nice to see you, KP. We've got Kevin Peterson in the crowd here. KP, stand up and give them a... Now, I'm not going to say why we call you KP. Because Dilip's given you that name. You want to say it? Are you sure?
Go for it. You have permission. Requesting at least please tell his real name also after the incident.
When Parsis first came to Gujarat, there was a lot of mixtures between Aryans and the local Dubras, or what do you call? And some people a little darker than others, But KP, we call him, KP means Kala Parsi. But let me tell you one thing. We love him dearly. He's one of our dearest friends, and he's Manali's brother, aren't you? You put Balev on him, and he gives you 10,000 rupees every time. More, I hope so. You deserve more. No, but KP and Kumi have been such dear friends, and lovely to see you. KP, I've exposed the truth. But whenever he answers the phone also, when I call him, hi KP here.
Tell his actual name.
No, his actual name is Mentorship Daruwala.
A round of applause for Mentorship Daruwala.
Absolutely, big applause for Mentorship and Kumi Daruwala. And KP, from this moment, I'm not going to call you KP. I'm going to call you KP darling.
There's no getting out of this.
No, lovely to see you. Sorry.
So, in your early days, very few people can, boast of such mentorship. And whether you had your inspiration from Polly Umrigar sir, Nari Contractor sir, and the great J.R.D. Tata himself, if you could please, just talk us through how that impacted your life at the early stage.
Well, Polly Umrigar was certainly someone I looked up to very much. Whenever he came and played at the other Parsi Colony Sporting Club, and I looked up to her, and I admired the great man. He was a great cricketer, excuse me, and a great personality. But J.R.D. Tata, you mentioned my name.
Yes.
I mean, who am I and who is J.R.D. Tata? But he took a liking to me because I was a pilot. I was a qualified pilot as well. That was one of my, I might have gone into professions, in the flying profession, but a little thing called cricket got in the way. So that's how I was offered professional contracts in England and all that. So I went there.
We're happy that India didn't lose you to fly a plane.
But J.R.D., when I scored 100 against England at the Brevin Stadium, there was the last test match played at the Brevin Stadium, I think, official test match. J.R.D. used to wear a white safari suit. And he came down, I could see him coming down the steps. And before I entered the pavilion, before I came back in the pavilion, he came literally on the ground and gave me a big hug. And I'm saying, Mr. Tata, I'm sweating. I was sweating profusely, and his safari suit and all that. Anyway, he leads me in the dressing room. I'm dying for a glass of water. All the boys there, well played and all that. And a glass of water above everyone's heads. And it's J.R.D. bringing the glass of water. I said, sir, please don't.
The humility.
Then I'm sitting down there with a wet towel on my head, and I felt someone take out my buckles. Those days, we used to have buckles. Aajkal to sala velcro hai na, paise hai na. We used to have buckles. Nothing, who's taking out my buckle? J.R.D. Tata. I said, Jay, I used to call him Jay, please don't embarrass me. He said, okay, lunch at Bombay House after the test. And such a great man he was. And I was privileged. Same with Dhirubhai Ambani. We used to open invitation to have vegetarian thali with him in Mecca Chambers somewhere, Door was always open to me. And then we used to go to Oberoi Health Club and all that. So I mean, some wonderful memories of Mumbai, with the Sunnawala families and all that. We're very, very close. Jamshed, Fadun, Rusi, Soli, and all the families. His mum used to go and put sukkar, prayers, whenever I used to go to bat. Thank God I didn't cost so much for sukkars because I came back very quickly. And his mum always told me the story. Piroja, lovely lady. She went to Italy for the first time. She must have been, 70, 80 odd. And she had a bottom pinched. So some Italian came like that and pinched the bottom. She took out a chappal and bloody ran after him. I said, Piroja, that was a compliment. If they pinch your bottom in Italy. I said, you've got a sexy bottom.
Can't argue with that one.
Yeah. And Freddie Silva there. We've had such lovely times in Dubai together with his family. I hope Freddie is feeling better, Freddie, because she's poor thing, and Dr. Keki Turel has been doing an amazing job on her. Thank you, Keki, because Freddie is such a dear friend of mine.
So also, if you could, you've been the first person to ever play county cricket, and it's first Indian in that sense.
Yeah, I was invited, very first Indian to play professional county cricket. There were a lot of people like Polly Umriga, Ramchand, Gupte, great players who played in Lancashire leagues, and the Lancashire leagues were really flourishing because of our top Indian players. But John Arlott, have you heard of John Arlott? Those who are old enough. And he plied me with Beaujolais and convinced me that I should play for Hampshire in county cricket, where Mark Marshall, Barry Richards and all, Gordon Greenwich and all played later. And he said, you'd be very popular here, Farokh, playing county cricket. So I just took it in my stride. Then Somerset, with the second county, offered me. Then Don Kenyon of Worcestershire heard. And Lancashire was the last county. At Lancashire, we played at a game, not at Old Trafford, but a place called Southport, where Phillips Academy, comes. And the railway lines are quite, not too far there. And I kept on hitting this Lancashire opening bowler for about 7 or 8 sixes, till somebody pointed out at tea time that that's the great Brian Statham bowling. We in India are taught to be humble, to respect older cricketers. I almost felt like apologizing to him. The great Brian Statham, and I'm smashing him all over the place. But Lancashire must have been impressed, and they gave me they offered me a contract. Myself and Gary Sobers were the two invited by Lancashire. Gary Sobers to qualify for a year, playing for a club called Haslington in the Lancashire League. But Sobers and Lancashire couldn't agree to terms because he wanted Lancashire to pay off his betting debts. He was a huge gambler. Godas weren't going too well. Godas were running like Gaddas, I think. So he went to Nottinghamshire. So I got the opportunity to come as a special registration, and I recommended a guy called Clive Lloyd. You heard of Clive Lloyd?
Oh yes, oh yes.
Yeah. And Clive Lloyd was my roommate for the next 10 years. And the only man to give me an inferiority complex.
And we wonder why.
Especially when he came out of the showers.
So well and now.
The guy wasn't human, believe me. I felt like I was in Victoria Gardens. I used to come out of the shower and say, cover the bloody thing up, Freddie. And Freddie Truman, you heard of Freddie Truman? He came in our room one day, and I was just opening the door and saw Clive in the nutty. He said, not me, he said. If he had eyes, he'd attack a rat, he said. But one flick of the tongue, drunk.
But 10 years, it turned to a really, really blossomed friendship.
Of course, yeah, sure. We still keep in touch. We are both pardon me saying, we're both legends of Lancashire. Lancashire initially had 5 all-time Lancashire players as legends. We are both lifetime vice presidents. And this is great honor. And to have a stand named after you and a suite at the Hilton Hotel. My wife and I stayed there for the first night inaugurated. And It's a Farokh Engineer Suite, which is right. Our Lancashire Cricket Club is about 100 yards from Manchester United. So Old Trafford and Old Trafford are together. So, it's always full, that place. I don't think there's any room for me anytime. But it's a great honor bestowed on me. And I always said, I said it at the Life Achievement Award, that whatever awards you get abroad are great. But to get something in your own country, by your own people. And I was really touched. I got a standing ovation from the whole present Indian cricket team. Rohit Sharma was the first to stand up. And for them to give a standing ovation, they didn't need to.
So it was truly deserved.
Their bank balances are like way beyond. We used to get 50 rupees a day.
Oh my God.
Playing Test cricket. 250 rupees for a 5-day Test match. Myself and Sunil Gavaskar were batting against New Zealand, winning the match in 4 days. We had to get about 15-20 runs, and there was half an hour left. So I don't say we could have won the game that evening. But all sorts of messages were coming from the dressing room.
So firstly, congratulations with this great award. Tell us something about it and also this award.
Well, it's a huge. You receive a lot of awards in England. I've been very fortunate, to have a whole stand named after me at Old Trafford, a whole hotel suite overlooking the ground named after me, Farokh Engineer Suite. I never thought a boy from the other Parsi colony will, conquer Old Trafford like that. The famous Manchester United and Lancashire County Cricket Club are very close together, 100 yards from each other. I've received the Legends Award in Lancashire. For a foreigner to receive that award from the British people shows real appreciation. And I always say, for us to match them, you've got to be twice as good, to show them that they go, hum Hindustani mein dum hai. We are worth something. We are not just your colonial people anymore. We're Parsis, we're proud Indians, and people like Jimmy Mistry have proved that. The way his DLC, entrepreneurship, and all that has done, spread. So nice to see the support, and so lovely to see what Jimmy is doing for the country, for the nation. He's the man who should be wearing the silver medal and applauded. But thank you very much, Jimmy, for what you've done for me. You've done me a great honor today. In front of all our friends and all dignitaries. It's been absolutely awesome, superb, and this just can't get better.
It's our great pleasure to have you here today. You deserve this and more. We all look up to you as young entrepreneurs, and DLC is all about connecting entrepreneurs globally. We look up to legends like you who've led a full life, not just achieved in cricket, but the kind of wittiness, the kind of humor, the kind of fun, and the kind of energy to lead a complete balanced life. So I think you should be given a Raymond's Award as a complete man who's really led his life all through. And at the age of 86, the way you still contribute to your profession, your knowledge, your inspiration to the next generation and generations to come. Truly a legend. And this is what we have created for you, and you deserve every bit of it. This was pending to be given to a legend like Farokh as a super achiever Parsi, which we had more than 100 Parsis come together 18 years back, and this medal was pending since then. So today, when I've given it to you,
it was meant to come.
It was meant to come to you, and I feel I've done my job well.
You've done your job one hell of a lot well.
Thank you.
Jimmy, you are a true inspiration. What more can you say about Jimmy Mistry? His achievements from humble beginnings, self-made man, completely self-made man. And what an inspiration and an example you are to young Parsis and young Indians. And this is what life's all about. We Parsis are a fun-loving community. We love, people think it's just Kharpa and Cha, not necessarily in that order. Sorry about that.
Sir, what would you like to say about your contribution to the cricket in 90s and still today?
Well, I'd like to think that I've contributed, and I'm still contributing, hugely towards Indian cricket. I've seen young Indian cricketers grow in front of me. I've helped whenever I can, or whenever a youngster comes to me and asks for advice, I'll tell him to sit down and I'll spend a lot of time with him. Rishabh Pant, for example, during the India-Pakistan game, we had a long chat. What a shame he had his accident after that, because whatever Dhoni, MS Dhoni, when he first came on the scene, he came to me, and we had long chats, long sessions as well, and his wicket keeping improved tremendously after that. What a great inspiration he's turned out to be.
Right.
You look at Ranchi. When we played, it was only Mumbai, Bombay those days. Bombay, Kolkata, Calcutta, Madras, Chennai, Delhi, of course. Thank God they haven't changed the name for Delhi yet. But these are the Kanpur also, with the test centers. But now to see players come from places like Ranchi and Uttarakhand and all these places, never imagined. Even Jammu and Kashmir are having young cricketers, and Afghanistan, so lovely. I really back those Afghanistan cricketers because they've done so well in such shorter time. I don't think they have got 22 yards flat surface to even practice on. But the way Rashid Khan and all these guys have done, it's a true inspiration. But all this revolves around people like Jimmy Mistry to give the inspiration, to give the confidence to youngsters that if I can do it, you guys can do it. And that's why, DLC is a huge contributor towards India's growth.
Yes.
And may you keep it up, Jimmy.
Thank you. Come.
Last question, apart from the format change, is there any particular change that you have noticed this so many years?
In the game?
Yeah, in
of
the
course,
game.
the game has changed technically over the years immensely. I mean, we used to have Bond ka chai ka dabba ka bat. There was a very small sweet spot. To hit a six, you had to hit it on that spot. Abhi to pura bat hai, like golf clubs or tennis rackets or squash rackets, it's got a big middle now. So even edges go for sixes. Hamare time edge laga tha, you were out. There was no chance. Protection-wise, we didn't have any helmets. Pink plastic box. Well, that was no protection at all. Ball laga idhar, so the box would break and the rest would be in smithereens also. Luckily, I'm still intact.
Thank you, guys.
Only just.
Thank you. Jai
Thank
Hind.
you.
Come.
I don't mind.
So much.
Everybody's